Garbinski. Let's go to work. We are in the zone.
Get ready to get angry. You're watching The Zone.
This is deceit and treachery at its worst, and action must be taken. Today, I am calling on UAB President Ray Watts to resign from his office immediately.
Alabama legislator Jack Williams sharing documents today with the media, documents that seem to prove Ray Watts lied to everyone, including the faculty senate, about when the decision to kill football was made. 2 times in November, Watts said a decision hadn't been made, but documents indicate the decision was actually made in August. They say the cover-up is worse than the crime. How bad does this make Ray Watts look? Personally, I don't see how he survives this.
Well, the whole point is if the board is backing him, and the whole time he's got the backing of the board, yeah, it looks bad, but he's still got their support.
And I'm not sure how he could look any worse. I mean, Ray Watts continues to dig a hole deeper and deeper, and I don't know that we're at the bottom yet, but we've got to be close.
But here's the thing. It's not so much about the decision to kill football. It's the way the decision was made. No transparency at all, and that's something that Watts has talked about.
Well, there hadn't been any transparency since it started. I mean, this came out of the blue, and now we know that this was in the works long before it ever happened, and I think that troubles people.
And I think people just assume he's been lying all along. I don't know that this is a revelation to anyone because they don't assume they've been told the truth.
Yeah, I think that's a safe assumption. But here's something that irks me. There are memos suggesting that the announcement of the decision would be pushed back from September to December, expressing concerns that the players might react badly to this announcement, that they might have mass transfers, that they might do a team boycott. It seems to me, with that knowledge, that they used the players. They used the student athlete.
They did, but that's also the first common sense thing I've heard throughout this whole process. Why announce anything in September? You just derailed everything. Wait till the season's over. That's the only thing to do.
Wait a minute, you're suggesting someone in college athletics would use an athlete?
Student athlete.
Oh, a student athlete, I'm sorry.
Of course, it goes deeper than Ray Watts. The documents provided by Jack Williams also indicate a conflict of interest with the members of the Board of Trustees and the PR firm hired to guide UAB through this process of announcing a decision. Are changes imminent for how the UA system works?
Well, not only if they're made through the legislature. Now, Jack is proposing legislation. Will they make that happen? Otherwise, it's not going to happen in a vacuum.
Yeah, but the thing is, you know, UAB fans have said, well, there's too much Alabama influence on the Board of Trustees. Well, what do you think the state legislature looks like? I don't think there would be any less Alabama influence there.
But you got a lot of Auburn influence
Well, you do, but
there.
how much do they care, Doug?
I think they care a lot if it makes Alabama look bad.
And quickly, regardless of the lying, the underhandedness, does this change the future of UAB football or the lack of a future for UAB football?
I'm not giving up hope that football can be restored in some fashion.
Yeah, I don't know that today changed anything. I'm kind of the opposite of Doug. I just don't think you'll see it again.
Yeah, I think if we do see it again, I think it'll be 5, 10 years down the road. Without football, UAB can't stay in Conference USA, and without football, their options will be limited. After UAB lost to UCLA, I had a chance to talk with Jared Hass about the future of UAB basketball as it relates to conference affiliation. How important is it for you to get that settled as soon as you can?
It's paramount. Figuring out the conference affiliation, not only for next year but future years, is the #1 thing on my mind that we have to settle, and we have to get it right.
And I hate to have to ask you this, but can that affect your future at UAB?
I have a lot of, no, I don't think so, not right now. We have such great confidence. I have confidence that we're going to get in the right spot, in the right place at the right time. It's going to take some work. It's going to take some initiative. I'm committed to being here. I'm committed to these guys. I'm excited about it. But that is an important part of what we're doing. And I'm going to do everything I can to be a part of that process and be aggressive in making sure we get the best place for UAB.
If UAB's move to kill football forces them out of Conference USA and perhaps costs them Jared Hass as their basketball coach, what kind of backlash will we have then?
bigger than football, because then it's a double blow. Not only have you lost football, you've lost your best hope in your biggest sport.
But I've always said, even with football, every decision athletically you make for UAB has to be with basketball in mind. They are a basketball school first, so you got to protect that foremost.
We heard Haas say the best place for UAB. The Missouri Valley Conference would seem to me the best place for UAB to land. Does Haas have the kind of clout that could land them a spot in the Missouri Valley?
Well, you think of his background, and you think about this too. They're a multi-bid league. In getting UAB, you've got a team that's probably going to be in the tournament the next 3 years.
It's an odd fit, so he would have to have some clout, and you wonder. Roy Williams has a tremendous amount of clout, especially in that part of the country in Kansas. You wonder how much that would help.
And, of course, first things first. The first thing they have to do is hire an athletic director, somebody who's strong and has those kinds of connections to get something like that done.